Is this the end of the video editor? Premiere just recently introduced in beta the AI assistant feature, which is pretty much a GPT that edits your video. And in this video, I'm going to show you what it looks like, what are some of the things that this new AI assistant does, and you let me know whether you'll be using it or if you think it's just like a gimmick or if it's actually down the road coming to get our jobs as video editors. But before I get into that, another brand new thing that Premiere just has recently released in the last few days is the Generative Media Tool directly in the timeline. You have now here a brand new tool called Generative Media Tool. If you hold down and click it, you'll see that you have the generative extend tool that we already had, but now you have generative media. So with that tool selected, you can just set a duration here as you draw a little marquee or a little rectangle. I'll set a duration of about 4 seconds here. And here you're able to describe what you want to generate. You can also select which sort of AI model you want to use to generate it. Different models will have different pricing when it comes to credits. I don't know if this is fully there yet. And I personally am not a fan of generative AI video or media. So I probably won't be using this, but just showing you just to illustrate what they have introduced now. On top of that, you can also select the first frame here and also the end frame or add a reference image to use in your generation. I'll just try something out just to see. To sample the first frame, you'll have to, oops. So let's make that again. So I'm gonna open up a clip in the source monitor here, because if you select the first frame, you're gonna have to sample it from somewhere. So with that eyedropper tool, you can just click on this clip right there and you'll see that that image has been added here. You can also add a last frame here. So I'm just gonna, these are all clips, by the way, that come with Premiere Beta when you open it. So these are all not on my clips, but just like the stock samples that Premiere gives you. So I'll click on last frame and sample this image right there. I have a beginning and an end frame. With this model, this says it uses 60 credits. I'll generate just 4 seconds just to use less credits. And I'm just going to randomly type something just to see how it does. So let's generate that and we'll wait. So that took about 2 minutes, and let's take a look and see what Premiere generated. I mean, I guess it's simple. I could have just done that with a transition, but anyways, that's the idea. You can generate your own stuff. I'm actually going to generate something else, about 4 seconds. Let me describe what I want to generate. All right, so I'll type this and I'm going to generate that and just see what that does. So this roughly took about 2 minutes as well, and let's see what it generated for us here. So yeah, the cityscape, the environment, everything looks pretty cool. It looks, you know, like cyberpunk New York City style, lots of bright pink and purple hues, as I said. However, the bunny here, the kickflip also looks a little bit legitimate, but there's a major flaw here with the bunny. This part here looks like it's the back of the bunny because the tail is right here, and that should be in the back, but you have the sunglasses and the ears facing forward. So it looks like this is the front of the bunny, it's facing us, but the skateboard is going away from us. So this stuff should be flipped and faced that way. Yeah, and then the arms as well seem to be in the wrong direction. So this was a very simple prompt, and it still didn't quite get it. I understand that they're still in beta. And again, I am not a big fan of generative AI video. I don't really use it. Maybe I might use it for a short transition here and there, but generally not a big fan. Let me know if you are a fan of this though, if you welcome this addition of generative AI video directly in your timeline. Let me know, I'd love to hear your thoughts. But now let's jump into the AI assistant feature that's coming for our jobs. So according to Premiere, this is what the AI assistant can do. It can organize projects, create organized bins, move and rename clips, prepare media, generate transcripts, detect slates, add markers, generate transcripts is something that Premiere already can do regardless of this assistant. It can even assemble edits, build rough assemblies. The one thing that they say is that you're always in control so that everything remains fully editable by you, the human, and you can always undo and check out the history panels and also look at the conversation history as well as the thought pattern of the AI assistant. To access that, we can go to Window and go to Assistant. I have it right here, and it'll open up over here that I have already docked. It says here chat number 1. When you click on the plus button, you add a different chat, like different conversations that you can have with this AI assistant to organize things. So we'll start with a sample prompt when I have a bunch of media here, some sample clips from Premiere, a sequence, some photos, some audio files, and I'm gonna ask Premiere to organize my project. So I'm just gonna click on this here. As soon as I click on this gives me a template of what the prompt should look like, look through my project items and propose a bin structure to organize them. Once I approve, create the bin structure and move the items based on the proposal. So a key thing here is that I have to approve whatever action this AI assistant decides to do. So I like that. But here it says here, oh, you can always approve permission automatically or always ask for permission. I'm always gonna ask for permission because I don't want this AI assistant to mess up anything that I don't want it to mess up by mistake. So let's send this up into the chat. So this acts like a chatbot sort of thing, like a GPT style sort of chatbot. This is currently thinking, called 2 tools. What happens if I click here? Oh, okay, these are the tools that it's called so far. Okay, so that took about 15 seconds, not too bad. This is the reasoning behind the action or the prompt that I have selected. It says I should start by pulling up the organizing projects skills since that's what the user is asking about. So it shows you how the AI assistant or the thought process behind the AI assistant. And then it called 3 tools, get open projects. And if you click on that, you can see a series of code that have been inputted for those actions to take place. Get project items, get clip info. So the proposed structure, this is what it proposes: to put all media clip into footage, WAV files into audio, graphics, stills into graphics, sequence into sequence. No renaming, no deletions planned. Want me to go ahead with this. And then from here, I can go and select and click and type, yes. So it's good that it asked me first. Like I selected earlier and wanted to always ask for permission. And now it gives me, it asks me if I want to run this create bins action. I'll proceed. Okay, that's done. I would like to run the action move or copy project items. Would you like me to move forward with it? Proceed. So I can see this being super helpful if you have a large project. Let's say you're shooting a large event or a wedding and you have a ton of different stuff. You dump it in and you have Premiere organize it for you. I do like to have all of that media already organized in the folder structure in my Finder window or in my hard drive, and that way just drag and drop into Premiere. I necessarily won't be organizing my clips this way because I want to have all of that stuff pre-organized. Okay, so everything has been moved. Yeah, it's done. It's done that. So simple enough, and even created subfolders here for generated video for the 2 clips that I generated just now, and image references and all of that kind of stuff. But let's go find and assemble clips in a sequence. So it says here, look through the clips in a project and assemble a rough cut that is around 60 seconds long. I'll just make it like 15 seconds long. So I'm just gonna add that the cut should be centered around skateboarding with close-ups, medium, and wide shots. Each individual clip should be max 3 seconds long. All right, let's see what this does. All right, so we're done here, and it's gonna ask me a couple of things. This is all the thinking that it's done up until this point. It's been 3 minutes. So here it says, what structure should the 15-second cut follow? Prep to action arc, cold open hero trick, rhythm build, calm to chaos. Or here, what quick cut pacing style do you want? Punchy uniform, fast cuts, then impact hold. Let's just select the first one for each. Prep to action arc, and then go to next, submit. See how long that takes. But for something that's only 15 seconds, I feel like, it already spent 3 minutes doing whatever it was trying to do. In that time, I could have just reviewed a bunch of clips and just get a sense of overall everything that I have. And the benefit of a human, you or me, actually reviewing the clips that we have is that we have a better understanding of what we have available to work with. And if we want to go back and do another edit or pull footage from here for a different project, we have an idea in our heads of what we already have. And if you just let the AI assistant do it for you, you're just coming in blind, you just have no idea of what you have. And that, in my opinion, is not what a video editor should be doing. So, all right, took another minute for this to complete. It says, I'd like to run the action create sequence, so we'd like to move forward with it, and I'll proceed. This is the thinking that it's done. Yeah, let's proceed with that. Okay, that called one tool, and now it's asking me for another permission. I'd like to run the action, insert clips to sequence, proceed. Okay, so it says rough cut build, clip 1, lacing up skates. Okay, so it gave me like a bit of a table of what I should be looking at. It's right here, skateboarding rough cut. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's just a basic cut. It was a lot of timing for just this. I guess it kind of did an okay job, I guess, in terms of an overall simple arch of the story, and it kept it at 15 seconds, which is great. So, I mean, the fact that it can do this, and it's actually really impressive. All right, let's go on to chat number 3. And this is where I will ask it to create in and out points in each video clip in the project, each with the duration of 1 second. Find the best parts of each clip. Okay, so it's been 8 minutes and it says, I would like to run the action create sub clips. Okay, let's proceed. I guess we did have a bunch of clips for it to analyze. Oh, I can see what it's been doing so far here. This is the sample clip. And if I go here, it's a sub clip of that sample clip, which is about 1 second. So yeah, I guess it's doing a pretty good job at identifying in and out points. And this is all the stuff that is done. Look through my project items and propose a bin structure to organize them. So I like that it also labels it here, sample media clip 1, best 1 second. And all of these is already here. And I can also ask the assistant to organize that and move the new clips into bins. I think there's a lot of potential for tedious tasks to be automated via the AI assistant. Right now, I still think that it takes a little bit too long for some of these tasks. And at the end of the day, I do think that you should still be in control. The human should still be in control of the edit. You should still know what kind of footage you have available to work with. Because in the past, for me, it is only through sifting through footage where I found where different clips can come together seamlessly, or whether I can create a certain type of cool transition between this clip and another clip. So let me know, what are your thoughts on these new tools in Premiere? Do you welcome them or do you not? We'd love to hear about it. And thank you again for watching. And if you're still around, here are a couple more videos you could watch next, and I'll see you there.